Okay, this is the second part of a tutorial where we're entering fixtures and match results onto Play Cricket website. Um, in the first part we added a fixture and now in this part we're going to enter the results for that fixture. So here we click on results and we need to list the fixtures so that we can pick out the fixture we want to add a result to. So let's click on this quick search button. 2012 season, search. Okay, so it's list some fixtures here, and we're looking for the 26th of August one. That's the one we added in our in the first part of this tutorial. So you see 4 columns. And the key to those columns are shown here. So this column V is view result, then E for enter, edit results, R for report, match reports, and the 4th column is to delete the fixture, so be careful with that column. We want to enter results, so it's this middle column here, E, and this is the button we want for this particular fixture, so we click on that. Okay, so we enter the result, and in this match we won it. Surbiton won. Now I'm going to show you the minimal information that we need to put on for our club benefit. But if you've got time to add more information, that'll be nice. Enter as much information you can, but I'll be showing you the minimum. Okay, whatever else you can put on, that'll be nice. Such as the toss, not important. If it's written in the book, then put down who won the toss. That wasn't written in the scorecard, so we'll leave that. So this is obviously important. This is the result, the summary result of the match. Surbiton, I believe, batted first, so we just put in their score. They scored 200. We scored 215, lost 3 wickets, and we whipped those runs off in 30 overs. Not bad. Yeah, it seems we might have batted second. It's not that clear here. Anyway, let's just showing you as an example anyway, so I won't linger too much. Big Bench Walk, they scored 211, and 2, 4, 5, 6 wickets they lost. And the overs, 8, 14, 22, 30, 33, 35, 38. 38 overs. Something doesn't seem right there. Well, that's what happens. You expect one of the innings to be at least 40 overs. Maybe a couple of overs is missing from the bowling, so we'll just have to leave it as that. This is what happens. You're going to come across these discrepancies, Johnny. There isn't not one single match that balances. Not one single one. It doesn't matter who's scoring. I know I scored a lot, but not one single one balances for some reason. Now, if there's highlights for that match, do enter it. You know, any funny incident that happened, put it in there. It helps for the match reports. I can't remember anything that happened in that match, so let's move on. So this is the results. We click save. Okay, so now we come to a second page, and if you see here, it's there's a total of 6 cards to fill in for this one particular match. We need to put down the names of the team. Now most of the names, if they're all regulars, they'll all be listed here. So Sadiq was number 1. And you have to go by their surname first. That's how it's listed alphabetically. So Sadiq's surname is Karim, I think it was. Sadiq Karim, there you go. You click that and see his name pops up there. And then we have Siraj Rathi, is his second name. So Rathi. And third was Steve Parrott. There you go. Nico, his surname is Gerber. Harris Khalid. Now I think his surname is Harris. Khalid is his first name. Joel, surname is McRae, so I look for McRae. Now we have a guest called Sebastian here. Now Sebastian won't be on here. Okay, so if there's a new player in the team, what you do is pick a player from the database. You can see Sebastian is, if we only know the first name, look under unknowns and see if any first name Sebastian appears. It doesn't. So click on pick a player from the database. And now, as we only know the first name is Sebastian, we don't have a second name. Click first name on the search field, first search field, and type in Sebastian, like so, and then click search. Now, it's not going to find a Sebastian. I already knew that, but we still need to do that because then it gives us the option to add a new member because it hasn't found it in the database. So, click on add a member. And for some reason it puts Sebastian in the surname. We don't want that. We'll put it in the first name. And in here we'll just type unknown. Okay. When we do know it, we can always edit it later on. But for now, we just create a new player as such. Member of the website is already ticked, and we can also tick that as well. Okay, so tick both of them, so that his name appears on the database here. Okay, click save. So now we have Sebastian unknown as number 7, and then we continue with the rest of the players. Number 8. Click. Is Boise, David Boyce. There he is. And then it's myself. I think my surname is Dial, yeah. And number 10 is Boyce's son, Tom Boyce. I think we do have him. But he's not listed as a first 11 team, because the only other time his son played was as a President's 11 team. So what you do is pick a player from the database again. His name is Tom Boyce, and he is listed here, Tom Boyce, as you can see, but he was connected with the President's 11. So we'll pick him. So now his name comes up there. This is his debut for Surbiton. And finally, have a guess who it is. Yeah, you guessed it. It's Mr. Raffington. Eric Raffington, there we go. Okay. The wicket keeper, indicate who is the keeper. Who would it have been? I think. Oh God, I don't know who the keeper was. The skipper would have been David Boyce in that match. I remembered. Actually, I think I skipped Johnny. Yeah. Yes, I did. I did skip. Keep wicket kept. Okay, moving on. Yeah. So at this point, we save the team. if okay, so now the page has progressed to the next one. Um, so now this is the King's Bench Walk team. What I was going to say just a moment ago was if from the scorecard we're unsure of a player name, and that will happen very often with the opposition. Simply put unsure, whichever number is it, just click unsure. It does not matter. And if you're really pressed for time, and since Johnny, if you've got a few results to put in, you can just put unsure for every one of them, just to be quick. But it'd be nice to fill in the names as it from pick the names from this database here of that particular team. But to be quick, I'm going to actually do all unsure, okay? Just to move along quickly. But if you do know the names, pick it from this database. So we'll save that team. We need to nominate a captain and a keeper. We'll just do it random there. Save team. Okay. Now, the next page is the scorecard for, it says Surbiton Imperial for scorecard. So here are our names, and here we enter the results. So the best way to do it, I feel, is column by column. So Sadiq caught, Siraj caught, and Steve Parrott was bowled. Okay, and the rest did not bat. No, Nico's not out. Nico's not out, and he scored. Okay, so next column, forget about fielder, we're not concerned about that. Bowler. Now we want to put down their bowlers, but all we have is unsure, so just click unsure for all of them. In fact, I think you can leave it blank. We'll see what happens if you leave it blank. Runs. Sadiq scored 43, and 67 for Siraj, 1 for Steve, and 53 for Nico. Put down the 4s and 6s, count them up and just put them in, that'd be nice. And also put down the number of balls, but I'm going to leave it because for the sake of this tutorial, but that's pretty straightforward. You can leave that. You can enter those extra details if you've got time. Extras, again, we want to enter the extras, or you can just put the totals in here, but let's just put the extras. B's for buys to 12-14. LBWs are 3. Wow, that's a lot of wides. Okay, I just counted up the wides, and it came up to 33, which is a hell of a lot of wides. 1 for no balls, and there was a penalty. That's what PR, and there was a penalty, 5 runs penalty. Now, that comes up to 56. Now, if you notice, 164 is the total for the batting innings, and the total that we recorded in the summary is 215. So there's a discrepancy. Now, if you add the extras, 56 plus the batting total, that comes to 220. So there's a 5-run discrepancy. Now, when that happens, what we do, we'll just take it off the extras. Okay, so let's there was a 5 penalty runs there, maybe that just didn't get recorded, so let's take that out. And now we've got a nice balance of 215 as when we add up the extras and the batting, and compared to our tally total of 215 that we record in the summary sheet. Okay, hope you're following me with that. Any adjustments, any discrepancies, always take it out from the extras. And when taking it out from the extras, always take it out from the extras that don't affect the bowlers. So take it out from buys or leg buys. In fact, take it out from leg buys first, because that affects the wicketkeeper stats. So adjust with the leg buys to even out the discrepancy, and and if there's not enough in the leg buys, then go to buys and so on. Right. Now these are the running totals as each wicket falls. Forget that. We don't want to bother with that. And these are the bowlers' stats of the opposition team. As I said, it's nice to the other teams would appreciate that, because this all teams see their results when we enter match stats, and vice versa. We'll find some stats have been entered by other teams that we can see in our team stats. Okay, let's save the scorecard at this point. No, wait, cancel. Yeah, save this scorecard. Now it comes up with inconsistencies detected. No number of wickets, blah blah blah. The bowling overs do not match the total overs. We know that. Right now we're just entering the minimum that concerns our team, so that's all fine. But note it, see what it's telling you, and and if you don't like these messages, go ahead and enter all the stats for the other team. Okay, click OK to that. Now we're on the next page where we're entering the King's Bench walk stats. Now we don't care about the King's Bench walk stats at this point. Enter it. Please do enter it if you have time. But if we run out of time, if time is at a minimum, just enter the bowling stats of our team. So we had 8 bowlers. Sadiq, always go column by column. It's easier, I find. You might find otherwise, but I find it easier column by column. Just going to enter the bowlers quickly here. Khalid Harris and David Boyce, Tom Boyce, and Eric. Right. And now the overs. Actually, for the bowling, it's easier when you're tabbing to each box. So do it row by row. When you're the names, it's easy to enter it in the column first, but then when it comes to the figures, use the tab key. Tab 22, tab 6032 60272. Okay, you get the idea. I'm tabbing to each box. 2 0 11 8 34 Nope, that's wrong. That was wrong as well. I forgot to put 0. 34, 1, 3, 0, 24, 1, 2, 0, 16, 0, and 3, 0, 23, 0. Okay, so that's all the bowling stats. Again, you can add up all the wides and nobles of the bowlers and enter those details in, but not absolutely essential if we're pressed for time. So at this point, we can save the scorecard. Well, actually, what we want to do is we need to put in the we got the total there, bowlers, extras. Yeah, so as I said, enter as much as you can. I'm going to enter it here anyway. 3, 5, oops, leg bars was 5, and wides was 16. Okay. No one actually entered any scores on the scorecard for this team when it was copied out at the end of the match, so that's blank. Oops, that came up to 24. So the main thing is it does have 211 there brought from the summary. Okay, we can save the scorecard, and naturally it's going to come up with inconsistencies, but don't worry about that. The main thing is that we wanted to enter our stats for our team, and now it's come up with the summary page. Okay, it's not looking that neat because we've ignored the opposition stats, but the important thing is that we've got our stats for our team and the summary result of the match itself. Okay, that's important. That's the important thing, and that's the scorecard completed. Obviously, you might have questions for me, so please talk to me after you've watched this video. Okay, cheers, bye.